I think the gentleman back there.
White of the New York Times. Mr. President, returning to foreign aid, could you give us any indication of the size, the approximate size of your request this time?
Well, as I recall, we put in for $4,400,000,000. And as I say, I understand that there's some belief now they can shorten up still further lead time, and there's some new, stocks of spare parts they file that might make some savings on the military side of it. And again, I don't say you couldn't find a few dollars here and there. And I think the more flexibility, the longer term it is, the more you can save, because the more efficiently you can plan. And I don't believe you can buy friendship. I don't believe you can go into these countries and just get your way just by spending money. I do say it's only one part of a many-sided program. You're trying to teach respect for individual liberty and rights to people who never heard the words. And while you're going along with that, you've got a critical problem. They are proud of their national existence, but they're also suffering under the lowest standards of living we can't even imagine how, except for those people who visited those countries. That is the thing you're up against, and therefore, to say you're going to save a few millions here and a few millions there, I think is the poorest kind of economy we can find.
Daily News. Mr. President, I believe the talk up on the Hill is looking to tax cuts next year. Do you care to look ahead to next year on that?
Well, I assure you this, no one would like a tax cut more than I would. And I'm quite sure that the United States people want a tax cut as soon as it can be done. And I'm certain also of this, that the American people also know what kind of standards they want in national security, the safety of their country, in the amounts invested for peace, and in the amounts invested for, you might say, raising or meeting the human requirements of our own people at home. Now, in some of these, like disaster relief, I have put recommendations before the Congress asking that the states share in this, at least in a minor way, so as to get the efficiency of local responsibility, a local concern for the money that's spent into the thing. But there's all sorts of ways in which the federal government has been assuming responsibilities by law that, if continued, are just going to cost money. And it's just fatuous to get up and say we're just going to save all this money and then not do something about federal responsibilities already given to us.
Both Democrats and Republicans in Congress are looking to the White House to bring forth a gas bill. I wonder if your administration plans to produce a